We're in trouble, all of us. The environmental, social, political, and other global issues in the world today will affect each of us in our own lives. Our safety, security, physical health, mental or emotional well-being, relationships, family, work, our finances, or our sense of meaning and purpose in life. We're each going to face a crisis in at least one of these areas until there's a radical change. A radical change is a widespread shift in how we perceive ourselves in relation to others and nature. This shift needs to be from its currently predominant mode of separation toward one of more interconnection and wholeness. If we can integrate this broader, more inclusive mode of perception in our own lives, then we can begin to pollinate society with it through authentic collaboration and compassionate activism. By establishing open awareness, we can identify what's going on behind our screens. And we can more consciously evaluate what's really important right now. And redirect our focus and choose how we want to engage in the different areas of life. Tunnel awareness limits our capacity to think freely and creatively. In contrast, open awareness is a vast field of fertile ground where conscious choices can flourish and creativity can flow. By going from this mode to this one, we equip ourselves to initiate, navigate, and support each other through radical change. In this way, we can consciously and collaboratively co-create the circumstances that we all want to experience. If you want to make a meaningful difference in someone's life, or facilitate groups through change, or make a worthwhile contribution toward dealing with the critical issues in the world today, then this is for you. In this video, I'll teach you how to use the Open Awareness Integral Process, which is a way to harness the collective consciousness and combined creativity among people. The process generates constructive and mutually beneficial outcomes, including steps to integrate them. The process can also be used as a system for problem solving, conflict resolution, and mediation, a means to facilitate and integrate change, a format for collaborative coaching, a form of inquiry and research, and a way to counteract tunnel awareness, including the negative consequences associated with digital zombie syndrome. The Open Awareness Integral Process came into existence through investigating and modeling the essential components that make the group interactions at our transpersonal coaching courses impactful, meaningful, and memorable. We established that there are sequences of 5 steps which, when followed, enable coaching processes to be effective and group interactions to be profound and sometimes transformative. As you discover the 5 steps of this process, it may become evident how you can use it for your own benefit or to help someone else. In this tutorial, I will cover how the process can be used in groups for the purpose of addressing the group's needs or broad-scale needs in the community, in society, or around the globe. A significant feature of this process is the co-creation of a participatory space characterized by openness, multisensory perception, multidimensional perspectives, heightened creativity, and a deep sense of interconnection, which in turn promotes inclusivity, mutuality, empathy, and compassion. I'll now describe the 5 steps of the process. Step 1, intention. The intention should be the reason why the group have gathered and what you all hope to achieve through the process. Groups would most often agree on their intention in a meeting or via correspondence prior to gathering for the process, although clarifying the group's intention can also happen at the start of the process on the day. It's important, though, that the group's intention is clear and agreed on by all members of the group before commencing to the following step. Step 2. Open awareness. There are various ways in which individuals can access the state of open awareness. You will know when you're in open awareness as there's an integral perception to it. This is when you are vividly aware of your body as a whole, emotional feelings, and the mind's activity, yet not identified with any of that content, while at the same time becoming more aware of your deeper connection to everyone, to nature, and to everything in existence. This is a vast and inclusive mode of perception. It gives individuals and groups the freedom to consciously reflect upon situations and then respond ecologically and resourcefully. In addition to the resources linked to in this video description, the following is a simple way in which groups can enter into open awareness together. The group should nominate one individual to facilitate the process prior to the session. The facilitator should arrange that everyone sits in a circle without any objects between them. Once the group have settled, the facilitator can provide the following prompts with about a 30-second pause between each prompt. Prompt 1. Let's start by all inhaling through the nose, pulling a full breath deep into the belly, then releasing the breath slowly out from the mouth. We'll continue breathing in this way until we all establish a collective breathing rhythm, where our own inhalations and exhalations become synchronized with that of everyone else in the group. Once the group's breathing rhythm is in sync, the facilitator allows for about 3 more synchronized breaths before the next prompt. Prompt 2. Now, breathing naturally again, we can all gaze gently toward the floor in the center of our circle. Prompt 3. Let's each begin to sense the entire volume of space between us and surrounding us. We can become aware of how we are all connected through our breath and the space that we collectively occupy. Prompt 4. Now we can allow awareness of our unifying space to extend beyond this area and throughout the atmosphere of the earth, including all beings around the world and our precious planet as a whole. Prompt 5. Let's raise our eye gaze from the center of the circle and briefly make gentle eye contact with each other, purposefully connecting with each other and our collective consciousness. And in this way, co-creating our participatory space so that we can be open and receptive to the inspiration and ideas that it may give rise to. This would be a basic example of how groups can enter into open awareness together before moving to the next step of the process. Step 3. Expression. The first thing in this step is that each member of the group should feel welcome to share what's present for them. Everyone in the group should hold an empathic space, while each individual takes a turn to express what their experience of open awareness is like. Once everyone has spoken, then the group can begin to focus on their intention for engaging in the process and explore how the group's collective open awareness may inspire ideas to address this intention. Once again, everyone should have the opportunity to speak, and all ideas should be freely expressed. Ideas that pique the most interest and gain traction can be explored by briefly discussing the key points. Let creativity flow through the participatory space and take note of the main ideas and themes as they arise. Step 4. Synthesis.
In this step, the group brings all the main ideas and themes together, allowing for the synthesis of ideas to possibly give rise to new ones. Similar ideas can be clustered and merged into one unified idea. This can be a lively discussion, and as before, everyone should participate. All perspectives are welcomed. Finally, the synthesis of all ideas should be agreed on by all in the group and clearly expressed as their one unified idea to be integrated in the next step. If there was a disagreement about the unified idea, or if there were other compelling ideas that could not be merged into the unified one, then these factors can inform the intention for a follow-up process on another day. Step 5. Integration. In this final stage of the process, the group look ahead at how they can begin to integrate their unified idea in the appropriate context and according to the intention that was agreed on at the outset of the process. In this discussion, imagination and visualizing are encouraged as the group projects their idea into life, anticipating a positive impact. This ending of the process should be filled with enthusiasm and energy to propel the idea forward and to begin implementing it. There should be agreement from all in terms of who will take responsibility for any particular tasks, while everyone shares accountability in some way. It may be a good idea to agree if and when a follow-up process will take place before closing the current one. Although everyone should be equal in this dialogue, the nominated facilitator should guide the process in order to cover all 5 steps and to keep momentum so that the session can be completed within a designated time frame. To close, the group can briefly reflect on the meaning and value of the process that they have just undergone, pledge their commitment to integrate their unified idea, and mindfully close the process in whichever way is appropriate for the group. And that's an example of how the open awareness integral process can be applied in groups. Of course, it should be adapted according to the group and their intention. It takes on average about an hour to complete one round. I hope that you might see the process as a means to facilitate constructive and meaningful sessions with groups. So I'd like to end this video with a call to action. I believe that what the world needs at this time are more conscious and proactive groups who aim to raise awareness and take compassionate action. We can realize and achieve so much more when we bring our minds, hearts, and hands together to collaboratively activate change. You might already be in a group with friends or colleagues and with whom you can engage in an open awareness integral process. Otherwise, you can form a group with whom you can begin to address the social challenges or environmental issues or other concerns in your area. Use the process to collectively generate ideas that can uplift your community and co-create ways in which you can implement these. You could gather a group online to engage in the process for the purpose of addressing key issues around the world today. Social media platforms can be used to find people who are interested in joining your group, and as a way to keep your group connected, and as a means to share your group's ideas with the world. Each group can generate a ripple effect toward a broad-scale change, thereby co-creating a brighter future for all and for generations to come. Imagine what your group could accomplish and what we might all achieve together. It starts with you. Be the change maker.